Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Keenan Higgins once again from Black America Web. And today I got a very special guest, somebody who you've probably seen before and probably used a few tissues to like wipe your eyes from laughing at so much. Anthony Anderson, what's going on, man?
I'm all right, Keenan. How you feel today, brother?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. So, like I just mentioned, knowing you and knowing the name Anthony Anderson, I was prepared to talk about comedy movies and all this stuff, but we talk about Charmin. So, how did they get you,
Yeah.
together this kind of partnership?
Well, I partnered with Charmin before in the past, and it was a great experience. It's authentic. I grew up with Charmin products in my house. I have Charmin products in my house now. So it's all about authenticity. And, Charmin is always about making your bathroom experience better. And the consumers were complaining to Charmin about tearing of toilet paper and how the edges are never smooth. It's always ripping and all that. So Charmin listened. And they started this right here. They reinvented the square, so you have a smoother tear. Look at that, brother. I just pulled that off right there.
Very innovative. Okay.
Yeah, it's no longer a square; it's square-ish. With these scalloped. You get what I'm doing? It's square-ish with these scalloped, wavy edges right here, man. And that's what it's about for them. Like I say, it's been 100 years since they change the look of toilet paper, and that's what they're doing right now. And it only comes in ultra soft because that's what you want. You want it in the ultra soft in the blue pack.
How would you use, like, if Charmin is used in the household, right? Where would you say like people could like be like using Charmin?
Oh well, it might be a little strange rolling around with a whole a roll of toilet paper with you. But you can take it wherever you want to go. That way you have your Charmin Ultra Soft, which you add to go wherever you want to go. But we can use this as tissue, man, for drying our eyes. Might be a sad occasion. You blow your nose with it. But you could use it however you want. I don't know how you walk around with this in your pocket though. Maybe the consumer needs to talk to Charmin about a travel pack. Of their smooth tear. So we'll see.
And then so Charmin, obviously they're doing this whole thing with the whole thing is innovation. And how are you kind of doing that in your life from your career in acting, maybe in comedy? People haven't seen you on the stand-up side for a little while. So like how are you kind of innovating in your own life?
Yeah, just pushing forward and coming up with new concepts, just like Charmin did by listening to the consumers. This regular toilet paper ain't kicking it no more. We're a little upset that it's kind of a waste and it's not doing it. So Charmin was innovative in doing what they did to come up with this. And it's the same way in my business, listening to the audience about what they want. Submerging myself in the community and living and being my authentic self, and then telling those authentic stories that resonate with the audience. So that's what it's about, man. It's just about listening and delivering on what it is that people want.
Yeah, and then going back to your career, it's like one of my favorite lines from you was in Romeo Almost Died when you was like acting with Aaliyah and you just kind of ran up and said, "I'm gonna find you Aaliyah looking ass," and it was just so funny because it was just like such an improv, and it one of those moments where you would have reached for a tissue to laugh at. So in your life, like what would be like the funniest like moment that would have made you reach for a tissue, in a sense?
I can just think of most recent. My mom and I, we had this traveling show called Tripping with Anthony Anderson and Mama Doors. Okay. We were in our last day in the south of France, in Cannes, France. And we were walking on the beach, and I was taking my mother to a wine tasting session on the beach. And we get to the table, and my mother sits down. And my mom is a big girl. And once you get all that weight moving in one direction, it's hard to stop it. And so she plopped down in the chair and just kept going backwards and fell on her back in the sand. And my mother's 70 years old, and everybody thought, it was going to be a serious problem. But I looked down and saw my mother, and she was dying from laughter. and I'm dying from laughter. So that would have been a great time for us to have some Charmin to wipe these tears. So that is the time that I can think about, because it was just so hilarious. And you know, my mother wears I call them hats, but my mother wears wigs. And so when she hit the sand, her wig flipped up and twisted to the side a little bit. And I was like, Mama, we got to fix your hat. We got to fix your hat before the camera comes around. So that's what made that moment that much funnier for me.
Mission accomplished. That was like, I'm gonna need a Charmin. I'm gonna need a Charmin. Yeah, Anthony, this has been such a pleasure, and you have definitely inspired me to go get some Charmins. I will be looking out for the short tears. Sorry, what's it called? Correct me if I'm right. Is it what's the name of it?
Oh no, it's just called the smooth tear. You know, the Charmin
I said something tear, go smooth tear. There we go.
Just the smooth tear. Yeah. They reinvented the square for a smoother tear, you know. And it's 2-ply. It's delicious. Not that I've tasted it, but it feels nice.